Yeah.
I'm doing it. I got it.
Oh,
Okay. So all of
okay.
us are dealing with our particular version of winter weather. For us, it is terrifying ice. For you, it is
Oh,
feet of snow. So we'll all just pray we're all going to stay safe. So let's start with some big, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just go at your own pace and maybe do 3. So I can tell in preparing for this class, I need a little neck rotation. So, so
right.
let's take our head and go first to the left shoulder and then all the way around. Let's do that just a couple times. And then we can go the other way. Maybe we can flex those shoulders a little bit. Up and back, up and back, and then up and forward. Okay. So, in view of the fact that we're getting ready to have ice, I'm going to say boldly that I am grateful we have a generator.
Yes, for
I
sure.
confess, I am grateful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I am much less terrified.
Yes.
And so, for what it's worth. Okay. Um, but this has not been an easy class for me to plan. So, I'm just going to confess that right from the beginning. So, part of what you're going to get today is some examples of me learning a tangle. It's kind of like the way that I first get introduced to a tangle and then the way I work at owning it. Do you know what I mean by owning it? Like making it mine so that I kind of get it.
Being
And
comfortable.
if you think you can see a tangle like once and look at the step out and you own it, that would not be true. Not for anybody, not for those of us who teach, not it doesn't matter your level of experience in Zentangle, you always have to work a tangle in order to really make it your own. Now, sometimes we start and we see a tangle and we say, I don't want to make that tangle my own. So I will simply let it go away. And that's okay. And then we all have our go-to tangles, our comfort tangles, the ones that when we first saw them, we go, ooh, this is my kind of tangle. And we use it all the time, which means we have, in some ways, made it our own, right? So I'm going to teach 2 tangles today. Um, the first one is probably the one that you'll want to work on to make your own. The second one, I think you'll just have fun with, and then we'll talk about how you can organize your tile. All right. I don't care if you use a round, a square, a little, a big, whatever your sketchbook, whatever is most comfortable to you. I would start with us learning the tangle together in a sketchbook or a piece of scrap paper so that you get a chance to play with it before you actually put pen to tile. Okay. Does that sound
Mhm.
like logical? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me just a minute because I smooshed down my camera because I don't like it in my face. So now I don't want to have to rearrange it and make you all dizzy. Okay. Let me see if I can pull this off. Okay. It's still crooked. I hate crooked. All right. That'll be good enough. So Let me just make that small and I'll share my screen. Okay. Today we're going to learn the tangle Hikaya. Hikaya. I always say it wrong. A lot of people pronounce it differently, but that's how it's spelled. It's by Sue Bailey, CZT. And this is the one we're going to learn. All right. That's the step out. So it's pretty straightforward. You can find the step out lots of places if you Google it, but that's basically the steps and the final product of the tangle as it was designed by Sue Bailey. Fair enough?
Mhm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do those step outs with you. Okay. So you start with a regular old orb. And then you come on the left side of the orb. You kind of start down towards the bottom to give yourself a little running room. You know what I mean? To give yourself a head start. And you go up and you just do a line off. That, see that? Now you see already? You see the difference?
Mm.
Okay. It already tells you this particular tangle has more iterations of ways you can modify it than I have the time to teach you. So just so you know. Okay. I have seen this done with a straight line like this. I have seen this done with kind of a curvy line. Right now, the way she designed it, it is a straight line over. Okay. The next thing you do is you put your pen at the top of that line and you go out like an aura, but then you're going to come back in. So it's a tethered aura, but it's really a tethered curve because you're not running exactly next to the line, right? You're making a curve. So let me do that again. So I've got my line up, right? I start at the top and then I do a curve to the bottom. So it kind of looks like a sliver of a moon. What is that called, guys? That.
Crescent moon.
Crescent.
Thank you. It's like that.
It looks
Okay.
like a 6 to me.
Okay, that too. Yeah, it does a bit. Once you've done that step, then your next step is you start at the top of that same line. You come down and you go past the orb to the bottom. Okay. How long you make this line, another one of those modifications. And then you just basically do the same thing to this line that you did to this line. Observe. Okay. So you bring it down and then you do that same tethered curve. You see what I just did? Let me do it again. Watch me for a minute. Because I find with this tangle, it's easier to show than to tell. So, I usually do a little curve out because that's me. And then I come down and around because I like that. Okay. And I start at the top and I do a curve that way because I like that. And I come around. The step out is quite straightforward. It goes this way, down, this way, and down. I kind of like the little curvy lines. So I do my orb, go up, come down, around, and another curve. Once you do it enough times, you begin to get a flow of it. So let me see if I can show you one more time. Curve, up, down and around, down, up and around.
Mhm.
You see what I mean about it's kind of like it almost is one of those tangles where you can leave your pen on the paper for each of the two sides. Does that make sense, y'all? What do you need? Do you need me to do it more? I can, whoop, ta-da. Is that, are you,
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm. Good.
now, modifications, variations. So I played around with what if, oh, sorry. What if I go up like my regular, come down, but on this side, I make it fat. So I come down and I go, oh no, let's try this. Well, now that's interesting. What if I make both sides fat? What if I make both sides really skinny and long? All right, now here's what I'm going to show you. I told you I was having trouble planning this class. Now you know why. Okay. You can also turn a Kia into a border. So what I tried to do, because you know me, I go, well, I can do this. So let me see if I can show you the page where I tried, because I said I was going to keep it. Yeah. So I said, well, I can do a border. I'll just do the regular pattern and I'll make them come together. And they were awful. They didn't land in the right place. They didn't, and I'm going, what the hell's the problem? Well, then I look closer at the step out. And here's how she does it. Duh. So what she does is she goes up. Okay, she leaves a space here, right? And then she comes back down like the regular. So she goes up and then comes back down and goes up and then comes back down. And I'm thinking, well, no wonder this works so well for her. Because what she does then is she takes this side and she intentionally does this. So that then when she does this, it connects smoothly. That didn't make sense, did it? You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
I know. This one, I think it's cool looking, but it took me a long time to figure out what she was doing. So she takes that first stroke, leaves a space there, and then comes back down around in the regular way, just like we did when we did it alone, right? And then we came down and around. But then she does that for all of these that she's putting in her row. So she makes the left side of the tangle all the way up her border. I'm not doing my lines very well, but I think you get what I mean. And then she goes back and does the right side and brings it down next to the orb and then ends it down here so that then she can take the other side of it and simply connect it so that that side seamlessly flows into this side of the one below.
Mm.
It's not my best, so bear with me. When she brings the other side down, so suddenly it's now a border. What I was trying to do in my, whoops, that wasn't very good, naivete, was to try to figure out, okay, so let's put this one up here. And then to try to bring this down and have it match. Now that one isn't too bad, actually. So you do them individually and then try to fit them in, or she pulls it apart. So in her step out, she does this first. Yeah, see, I didn't even do that right. And then this second, so that they more seamlessly match. Are you guys ready to throw me out?
No.
So she puts her circles in, orbs, sorry. Then does this so that they come together. I can show you the step out. She does it better. Oh, this one's pretty, not too bad. But,
Makes sense.
okay, what do you need? Go ahead, Janet.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
No, it
I'm
was
sorry.
me. I was me, and I said that makes sense.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate the feedback because I wasn't feeling like I was making a lot of sense. So thank you. The beauty of this, and the reason I like this tangle, is because you can also just let it go. So here, all I did was just take a line. So I used a string in the center, and I just went Hikea, Hikea, Hikea. I didn't plan it. The only plan was that I set a string in the center so that I could work my way up that string, up that line. You see what I'm saying?
Could you put that back? I'd like
Yeah.
to take a picture
Yeah.
of it.
No problem. The next thing I'm going to show you is this one, where you connect them in the center.
Mhm. Okay, I'm
Because
good.
some of you, some of us really like to just let the tangle go where it goes,
Mhm.
right? And you just keep adding another one because it feels like the right place. Like, for instance, I would probably add another one here just because it feels like the right place. So what I would do is go up like that, come down, come over like that, and then go behind.
Nice.
And I just kept adding them. Now here, I think I'm going to add one. And then I'm going to turn my, whoops, sorry about that. That shouldn't be showing. I'm going to, where am I now? I lost my place, of course. So I turned because now I want to do this. I want to go up. I want to go down. And then I want to come out here. So then it looks like an extension of this group.
Mhm.
Okay, see what I mean?
Yeah.
So here, this guy is because I made a mistake. And so I just decided to ink him in because there wasn't any other solution. So I just did. But here, the other interesting part about this tangle is it lends itself to that kind of connection. This one's not going to be very good, but because you can take these sides and you can easily connect them to other Hikea. Okay, so all I did here is I did the abstract, go up a line. Okay, so now let me change gears. Hang on a minute. So now let me show you what you do if you want them to be like this. Where's the one example I had? The better example. Oh, here, let's use this tail. Okay, if you want them to come together,
Mhm.
okay? So the way I do that, and the way they, well, I don't know how anybody, well, this is the way I do it. But let's go with it, Peggy.
To my wallet. It's not on the back of your phone.
Not my capital one. No.
So I go with the four,
Give it to
the
me.
4 orbs, right?
Yeah.
And then I do the actual tangle kind of at a diagonal. So then I'm going to go up. Then I'm going to come back around, right? Then I'm going to come down to this side, and I'm going to give the other curve. Then I'm going to turn, and I'm going to do the same thing at a diagonal. Go up, come down. Then I'm going to do the other side and do the other curve. And then I'm going to do that with all 4 of these. Forgive me, I'm going a little fast. And there's my 4. Now, here's the cool part to me. If you take those 4 orbs and push them out a little bit, well, now you got to think, right? How do you want that to kind of come together? So you just head for your center, right? But you can see already this one's going to be longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it skinnier. Almost ribbony. And then this one, I'm going to come down and I'm going to make a little curve. And I'm going to make that ribbony. And it changes the look.
Mm.
Do you see how it has a very different look than this?
Did you make
Yes.
up this?
No, God, no. Be nice if I did, but no. I'm not that good yet. All I did was learn in my class with Joanna, I learned the tangle Heikia. Okay. And then I started playing because, like I said to you, when I did it in class, it wasn't mine. I was just following. So I took it and I thought, what if we did Heikia lots of different ways? So I started pulling it a little further. Then I thought, okay, I really like Heikia when it comes up like this, and this one is narrow. But I kind of like it when this one is fat. I thought that was a kind of a cool design. It's the same tangle. It's the same strokes, right? One
Mhm.
stroke at a time. The strokes haven't changed. It's just the distance, the size, and I think this is kind of a cool modification. That's the way to say it. So you can see what I practiced here. This is why you're seeing the ugly, okay? You're not seeing the beautiful tile all finished. You're seeing, just thought I'd share my ugly. You're seeing the learning, the trying different stuff. I don't like both of them fat. That didn't speak to me.
No.
But it's the same basic set of strokes. Now, I've seen somebody else do this, and so I tried it. That didn't speak to me. So I tried this. That was a little more speaking, right? I tried this. The border does not really speak to me, but I can see how it would be really cool if you can get better at it than I am. So here then I said, well, what if they don't touch? Like you have 4 of them together, but then you left a space. So would you put an orb in there? Would you put a bunch of orbs together and make it kind of look like the center of a flower? Okay, you're getting the ugly here, guys, not the determined. Here I made them shorter, so that they were more stubby. Is stubby a good?
Yes.
So I tried that. Sorry, people are texting me, all storm related. Here I tried to give myself a little, more tail. These, they're not beautiful. Okay, I'm just telling you. Okay, and then over here, I said, well, what if the side that I make fat, I decorate? What if I stripe the center? Then I tried cluster, then I tried straight line. So none of this is final. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to say to you, I don't own a tangle. I don't feel it unless I work it over. And so this is me kind of working it over.
Mhm.
Okay? So what the heck are we going to do with this lovely bloody thing, right? Joanne, why are you holding your head? Is it that bad?
No, my head hurts.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Okay.
harass you.
It's okay.
So I played with things I could do with the orb. So what if I ink it in and leave a little sparkle? I'm going to show you these in a second. But you can see the shading on this tends to come from the center out.
Oh, I like that.
So that you're making it, giving that sense of expanding it.
Mhm.
Everything I've seen anyone else do with this, they tend all to shade the inside part,
Yeah.
which I'm not necessarily showing you real well. This one's
No.
stubby, so it's a little hard to show you. But basically what they do is they shade it so that you're emphasizing the gap.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do with this lovely thing. This is where you have to decide how you want to work over the tangle. You can follow me and just do what I do, and that's cool. Or you can decide to do with it what feels right to you. I have a bunch of examples here. None of them are complete, but they're my way of trying to give you samples so you can see. Okay? Oh, by the way, I did finish my heart. What do you think?
Great.
Oh, nice.
It was kind of fun since I had to leave abruptly last week. All right, let me see my other. So, here it is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to learn, I'm going to show you some borders. Sorry, I sound like I'm not in very good shape here, but I really am okay. We're going to use borders around. You can use rain. We're going to learn this one, which is called Zazu. This is Duda. This is Shattuck. This is Onomato. This is rain. Most of these you don't know Zazu, but most of these if you've been around in class. If you haven't, I'm going to go through them very quickly. But you can see that I fooled around with different ways. Like this one, I put the four together and then I put a bunch out from them. And then this one, I just let them go all over the damn place. And this one, I came from a corner diagonally. And this one, I did the center.
That's neat.
Well, this is a completed tile. The rest of these aren't completed, so they don't look as impressive. Okay. So let me just show you. the ideas about borders. Okay. So Zazu is by Cindy Knapp. All right. And I will walk you through how to do it. It's amazingly simple. So all you're going to do is your border becomes a curved line. So you basically go around your Zandala tile or around the edges of your square tile. And it doesn't matter. They do not have to be perfect. They do not have to be the same size. None of that matters. It's just a curved line. Inside of each curve, you put what is really a smile. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a little smiley thing. Smiley thing is not a good way of describing it. So you do a curved line, and then you basically fill in end to end like a piece of cantaloupe.
And that's called doodah?
No, this is Zazu.
Oh,
This is this tangle.
yes. Okay.
I'm just showing you how to do it. So you do what I do is the first I do all of this side of my curves, right? And then I turn it, and then I do the other dip in my curve. And please forgive because I am going faster, so it's not as neat. Okay? Once you do that, then you connect your little smiley faces or your little smiles, sorry, with dots. So from the end of one to the end of the next one, you just connect them with a series of dots. The number of dots you use depends on the size of your curve. And every curve won't be the same number of dots. It's whatever seems appropriate based on the curve line you drew. Some people stop there. I've seen a couple of videos where they don't do the next step. I happen to think the next step is the fun part. In the middle of your smile that you inked in, you do a large orb and then two small orbs, one on either side of the large one. Large one in the middle, two smaller ones on either side. And then the last thing you do is you ink in your orbs, but you leave a sparkle spot. Now here's a trick. Every time you're trying to leave a sparkle or a kind of a little light space in the middle of an orb, give yourself a much larger space to leave than you think you want. Let me show you what I mean. I want one in the middle of this, so I'm going to make it really big. See, I'm going to put that in there first. Then I'm going to fill in around it, and invariably, no matter how hard you try, you're going to fill in more than you think you are. So always give yourself, like if I have an orb and I want to leave a little sparkle spot, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to leave a big sparkle spot. I probably don't need it that big, but I'm going to give myself that much space. Because what happens is as you ink in, you intrude on that sparkle spot, whether you mean to or not, you just do. And so in the end, it's going to end up being smaller than that circle that you drew. You understand what I'm trying to communicate? I have done so many things where I wanted a sparkle And the next thing I know, I've basically filled the damn orb in and the sparkle's gone.
Mhm.
So that's just me maybe, but I have found this to be helpful.
Do you do the little orbs also?
Yes, it's just tiny sparkle.
Okay.
See, if you look here, you can see that it's just the teeniest, tiniest of sparkles. This one I didn't even finish. So not a big deal. It's going to be really small. Like here. And that is Zazu. So it's not complicated. It takes a lot of inking in. It's dramatic, but it's kind of fun. I thought it was kind of fun. Doodah seemed like another appropriate border for this tangle to me. But with Doodah, you have options. So what I did here is you have Doodah just plain. Let me show you. Doodah is very straightforward. It's simply a line up, a line down, a line up, a line down. You know, you try to keep them moderately evenly spaced. Not a tragedy if you don't. No one will notice. You can leave them just like they are. You can put little dots on the end of each line. You can put arrows on the end of each line. You can put ink, you know, line weight, there's the word I was after, at the bottom of each line, which, as you can see, changes how it looks. So it takes your basic Doodah and it just adds a little embellishment. That's Doodah. Okay, Onomata, I'm not spelling right. I'll look it up because I don't think that's right. But Onomata ends up with a more dramatic, bigger border. Typically, you do your border, okay? Then you do an aura on the inside. In that tiny little space, you do teeny, teeny, tiny little orbs. And in this space, you do great big orbs and you fill in the gaps, interstices. Anomato. See, just borders. They're not, and forgive my unfinished tiles, but Shattuck, you know, but if you don't, Shattuck, most of you know, I shouldn't say it that way. So the way I do Shattuck, I start with a diagonal line like this, right? And then I start at the top of the first line I drew and I come down in the other direction. And Shattuck is fun because it changes depending on how wide you make the lines in between. Follow what I mean? Close, it looks one way. Far apart, it looks another. So all you're doing is what really is a zigzag line. For me, I need to do it individually or I lose my direction. So this has been my easiest way. I'm trying to go through the borders quickly for those of you who haven't been around forever, and you may not have seen us do these tangles. That is Shattuck, and that's a Zentangle headquarters tangle. I kind of like rain as a border, but it's real dramatic. And you can tell how easy rain is. You draw a curved line. You draw a zigzag line over top of it. You fill in the triangles. The last time we did this, I think somebody said to me, these are bow ties. And they indeed look like little bow ties. And then you do an aura all the way around the outside. Rain. I can show you rambles if you really want, but I suspect these are probably your best options. Do you want me to show you rambles or are you set?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Okay, this is rambles. All right, this is also at HQ. I will admit to you, I'm not as good at this one, so bear with me. Rambles. So it's a curved line. In fact, maybe a little more curved than that. You start at the top, and you're going to come down to the first curve. Then you're going to come here, and you're going to come down to the next curve. This one's not my best. And basically what you end up with, so here you can see, I started at the top, I aura'd with this line, right? And then I curve in right at my next curve. And then I start about the same width, and I come around and I curve in again. See, I'm aura'ing this line, but I come around and I curve in at the next curve. Same thing here. I come, I curve around, and I come in at the next curve, and then here I go to the bottom. What the intent of rambles is that you end up with the effect of a ribbon.
I think we did this a long time ago.
Yep, Hillary taught it, I think.
Yeah.
And she was better at it than me. Just saying.
No.
So you see how you think it's a ribbon. That's rambles. That's it, guys. That's all I got. All right, questions. Anything anybody wants to see again? I'm going to pick a tile and go. Guess I need a tile.
Okay. And down that room.
Done so many tile practices, and now I don't have a clean one. Oh, there they are. It's only 9 million tiles I've gone through here. All right, questions, issues, comments. Does everybody feel like they have a plan?
Oh,
Hey,
Not yet.
Peggy, can you go back to the tile where you use the string and then to the along the string? Yeah,
This guy,
yes. So you just put a curved line in and started.
yeah, let me show you. I'll do it. That's what I'm going to do on my tile. So basically, I took this and I said, I'm going to do Hekia all the way along this line. Okay, in the center of my tile. That's all I did. And then I went, okay, well, what are you going to do with that now? And I just did my first Hekia.
Okay.
Hekia, I don't know. And then I just kept going. Now you see, I didn't exactly stay on, but it doesn't matter because I'll just go back over here. All right. Well, here I decided, okay. So now my second half, right? I'm going to come down and I just decide where I want to end. And then I just come around.
Okay.
So each time I drew this tangle, in this kind of when I was doing this kind of pattern or design or layout or whatever, each time I drew it, I was making a decision about how wide, where I was going to start and stop based on what was around it. And I just kept going. So when I would bump in, like here, I just go behind.
People find out this who they are.
Now here I've decided to go a little further out. So now I got to make a decision. I don't need it to always connect because I can turn around when I finish going up. I can say, I want this side to be fatter over here, so I'll add one. It's very, it's kind of like organic in that where I draw the next one is kind of influenced by the last. Influenced but not planned. How's that? Does that seem to make some sense?
A lot of sense.
This kind of tangle is my thing because I like to just kind of let them go. But I also liked that you could be very planful and very systematic in how you laid it out, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought this was kind of neat. So again, Mary, I just did my first one and then I just did other foursomes around it and then threw in a couple rambles. I'm gonna do one. So now there's my line. So now I just take it and I look at it and I go, well, this is a gap. So I think I'll put one here. Oh, well, maybe here. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. What I tend to do once I get to this point is I get rid of that line, because it tends to distract me. I keep seeing it. Now I've gotten to the point where I have to really go behind and underneath because, well, that's wrong, but you know what I'm saying. Because I'm putting my orb right down on the side of another IKEA.
Peggy, could I
Yeah.
see the one that you had completed where it was more of a center?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I'm gonna try to do that one, but I don't know.
All right, hang on.
Okay, thank you.
No, that's okay. This one, you mean?
That's the one. Thank
The
you.
final tile. This is the one I did where I did the whole thing because I did the class. And basically, this was not planned.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to think that I did this kind of thing, right? Where I did the 4 orbs and then nah, I didn't. I did my first one here, and then I just kept going around from that. It's just I put my orbs as I went.
Okay. Because it
Does
almost
that
looks
make
like you
sense?
started in the center. So that's
I
why.
know you would think that when you look
Yeah.
at the end. And here, all I did was I striped the inside. You see, this section here
Yeah. I
is
love
where I
that.
striped.
I love it. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
But it wasn't planned. All I did was start my first one. And then I said, well, let's go in a circle. So I just went to the next one and I just, because you can see they're not exactly the same size, or as I did the next one, I then did the next one and I just did as many as fit. And then look, I just said, well, I kind of want more. So I put little guys up here.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Okay. But none of that was laid out ahead of time.
Well, your mistakes work out really, really good.
Yeah, you flying by the seat of your pants is good.
But the issue is for me, or the point I guess I'm trying to get across is this tangle, and it isn't true with all tangles. And there are times when I want to lay out because I want things to come and I want to be able to do the tangle and control its space. So I'll
Mhm.
either use a string or I'll actually draw dimensionally how I want it to be. This tangle is an odd duck for me because it really can dictate the layout just by virtue of doing the tangle itself.
Right.
I'm getting way too much into the process, which is kind of my gig, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say.
Did it take you a while to? I'm having trouble drawing the high.
Yeah,
I
I hear you.
It's
Yeah, you can tell it did. See,
not coming easy.
see, all these. Yeah, obviously it did. And for me, Linda, it's, let me see if I can give you,
That and the ribbon. I love the ribbon, but I got to
yeah,
practice that.
yeah. Okay. How do I want to say this? So with IKEA, you want to think about it as going up and away.
Uh-huh.
And what's probably giving you the most difficulty is how you decide what that curve is going to look like.
Right.
Okay. So what you're aiming for is you're starting at the top of that line and you want to aim for the bottom of the orb.
Okay.
That's the direction. So I could do it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could do it like this. Whoop, not like that. I could do it skinny. See, the reason I tend to go the other way is because I like the little flick back. And that has helped me draw this tangle. The fact that I go back, she doesn't. So I am screwing with her design. But what that does for me is it lets me come around in a way that gives it more flair in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's me. I like it that way. Now she does it that way too sometimes. I mean, the reason I did this first one is I took this from her, one of her modifications. So she's not an absolutist in her design. And if I'm going to do the curve to the left up at the top, I curve the other direction at the bottom. Because for me, it just feels right. But that's a little different than her design, which is more leaning to the right and a little more and a little straighter.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So partly, Linda, play with it until you get a curve with your hand that feels comfortable to you.
Right. Yeah, I've just got to practice.
For me, the more I did it, the more I would do this. And it was just suddenly the curves all just were consistent.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay, thank you.
But I will tell you, my little curvy that's really cute doesn't do this as well because it's too fat. So once I figured that out, I knew I had to go thinner. And that gave me a whole different look. I think it's one of the most interesting tangles I've ever tried to tackle because it's so versatile. Is that maybe the right word? I don't know. So one of the things that I decided I wanted to try in this approach is I want to go out from my Heikia with some damsel leaf. Ooh, that's cool. Or what's the other? I like damsel leaf, they're just so nice. When I saw someone else on a video do this kind of the line of Hekia, every time they saw a gap, they either inked in or added an orb. And so it gave the line of Hekia a little more substance. That's the word I'd use. So, for instance, right here, she would have put an orb and then inked in, maybe even two. You know me, I'm an orb kind of girl, so. Always think tipple is a given. But you see the difference? So now what had some gaps and, now it fills in and feels a little flowier. Is that a word? I don't know.
It's not.
It's funny, sometimes I go to do a tangle I know I've done a million times, and you think I know how to start it? No. Oh, there. Now that I didn't plan on doing, Mary, that's another example. I just boom, boom, boomed them up there. I don't know. Ah. Can't explain it. What I want to do down in this corner. No, that one wasn't very good, Maggie. Okay, don't forget to think about when you shade this, you want to think about coming up. See, for me, because I did my bunches, I'm going to shade the bunches, which is going to be different. Well, initially, that's what I'm. It just seems like it belongs. We'll see. I'm going to push it up into that space that I striped here. But here I'm going to shade it. Then I'm going to do something fun because I'm on a tan tile. So I can use white chalk. You can see in order to get my shading up in, I really shaded all of my orbs a lot, and I may not really want to do that. So what I do is I get my white chalk and I just go in and I can make all my orbs bright white
Uh-huh.
because I'm on a tan tile. So I still have my shading, right, up on the inside here, but my orbs, so that it gives it a pop, so that everything doesn't look just all the same shaded. I could have done this on a white tile too, but it wouldn't have shown up as nicely. That's interesting. I hadn't done that before, so. Huh. Okay. See, after all those borders that I taught, I abandoned a border here. That's kind of cool.
Peggy, remind me of the name of the tangle that looks a little bit like a,
The tangle on my tile, Linda?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Go up at the top.
I did add a couple. This is
looks like a parachute. Looks like a
yeah,
parachute.
this is oh shit. Hang on a
well,
minute.
That's okay.
No, I have it. I just had it.
I was just looking at that the other day.
It's we've done it, but it's been a while.
I've forgotten.
No, I had two. That's why I looked it up. That's why it's Tybee. So what it is it's wait, I have to look it up. I'm sorry, I lied. It's Furby. It's my eyes.
Yeah.
It's Fyrbee. And the way it goes is you do a little curly Q, then a curly Q the other way.
Uh-huh.
And then you just go ahead and connect them.
Right.
And then all you do is just come up from the bottom with lines that match the curves in your curly Qs.
Right. Cute. I've forgotten. It's been a long time since I've.
Yeah, I just threw them in. That's why I looked them up, because I thought, ooh, that one that looks like would be really good there.
Yes.
But I had to go look it up too. So And that's sprinkle, and then you guys know damsel leaf, so. And then this is just mist at the bottom. Huh, that's real different. I didn't. That's interesting. I have a hard time with rambles.
Yes.
I think it might, I don't know. This was my best one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've struggled.
But the one thing about rambles that I'll tell you is when you shade it, you don't notice it that you didn't do it exactly beautifully because it's the shading that makes it. It's the shading that makes it seem like it's a ribbon. Not my brilliant drawing. How are you doing, guys? We really should show, shouldn't we? Whoops.
Oh, there's not much to show. It's very slow.
Well, it's okay. It's all right. I will stop sharing. Oof, I'm freezing. Okay. Well, you've seen my great creation, so I don't need to show. So who's willing to show? Linda, are you willing to show?
No, I just did a lot of notes.
Okay, that's fine. Janet, you want to show or not?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, neat.
Wow.
I like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And your
Yeah, that's
ramble
a
around
better
the
ribbon.
outside looks good.
That's not really, I don't do that the way that, I don't know how to do it the way you showed. I just,
Right. Just do the crossing over
Yeah.
of the lines. And
Yeah.
then- yep. That's a simpler way. This is
Very
just a
creative.
tangle that they do. Yeah. That's great. It looks fantastic.
thanks.
Mimi.
Okay. I haven't shaded yet.
Well,
Oh my
my
goodness.
Wow.
Oh my God. Mimi, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
And then last week I wasn't here, but I did this.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
That's
I
beautiful.
love the videos when you can't be there, you know.
I know.
Go to the
That's why we
videos.
do it. Good. I'm glad. Marie, do you want to share? Well, I'm sorry. I got so excited because I saw you shared last
Already
week.
broke my resolution.
You have absolution. Don't worry. Gwen, do you want to share?
I really just started, but I'm trying to,
Okay. Well,
this is what I'm trying to do is to,
oh, it's cool. Yes.
like
Yeah.
Yes. So it comes up from the center. That's really neat.
That's neat.
Yes. I like it.
really a fun one to draw. To get those, if you get those curves into the
Yep.
lines, it makes a big difference in the way it
Yes,
looks.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's really
Mhm.
interesting. Anne, do you want to show?
That me?
No, I was the other Anne. Sorry.
The other end.
Anne, you're muted, honey.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
lovely.
good.
Lovely.
Oh, that's
Very
so
nice.
kind of a
Pretty.
curvy line. Oh,
I
that's
like
so
the
neat.
green.
It is
Yeah.
nice.
I
I
do
love
like
that.
green.
Very
Great.
good. Very
Very
Is that a
pretty.
green
Awesome.
card? Is
Lovely.
that on a green card?
Yeah, it can kind of look like a heart there, Miss Ann. All right,
Oh.
who am I missing? Mary Veronica. You're muted too. There you go.
righty.
Oh, neat.
That's
Oh,
neat.
that's neat.
That is
Yeah.
really cool. I
Looks
love
very
that.
creative.
I like the ornamato, whatever it is in the corners.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
me
Really
too.
nice.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
And then
Awesome.
that,
Look
the
at you.
other
That's
one.
awesome.
Lovely.
Is that
Lovely.
I love it.
Zazu?
I like your, what's it called? Your chop.
Yes.
Simple.
Mike and Myra.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm slowly progress, but I want to think
That's
about how I
neat.
want to do a border and things.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I'm
You
getting
guys are
started.
wonderful. It's so much fun to see how you modified this thing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike?
This is kind of modified too.
Oh my
I
God.
like
I
Mike.
love that.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It's all right.
That is awesome.
Uh-huh.
Very nice. Gosh.
That's a good idea. I may steal that. Susan Michelson.
Oh, nice.
Cool
I
beans.
think that's very pretty.
That's,
I'm
I
trying
like
to
the
figure
color
out what
border.
to fill in. As you can see, I've penciled in, but I think they need to be longer.
I think they're cool. I love them.
Yeah.
It's such a
I'm
neat
sure.
contrast, the two sides. It's really cool. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, I see. You were doing a Furby. Yes.
Right.
Yes, maybe a little smaller and a little longer, but that would be cool.
Okay.
That would be cool. Susan Scheschler. How you doing, lady? Is your
Oh,
This
there's
is what you do when the plumber is outside sawing through your walls.
oh God. Oh Lord.
I like
Yes,
that
okay.
design.
I totally
Keep that in
understand.
mind.
I totally understand.
Little
I get it.
anxiety relief.
I totally get it. Believe me. Haunani.
oops.
Can't see.
Oh,
Yay.
Nice, lovely.
Oh,
Neat.
that's pretty.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
Done
yeah.
really pretty yet, though.
Keep it there a minute, Hanani. That's so
Those
pretty.
are neat. That's
That's
neat.
neat.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the, around the,
Beautiful.
Strange. Like the floors around the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got it now.
Mhm.
We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
That's really
Really cool.
nice.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Love that.
Awesome.
it is great.
Mary, how?
No, I'm going to pass, but I have to say I do like the tangle. And I finally figured out what one of my issues is, or my problems is the proportions.
Yep.
Me too.
Yes, yes. It's important.
I find that to be very difficult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Did a
get it.
couple-
I didn't. Yeah. You saw how many pieces of paper I put this tangle on. So
I did a
you
couple
know I
of
can
them
relate.
before I got
believe
the
me.
idea that the curve really made a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it does. Hers doesn't curve, but I like my curving. How about Joanne? Are you ready?
Well, yeah.
Well, don't say it
Oh,
like that.
beautiful. Joanne.
That's great.
Oh.
That
Oh,
Is so different. I love that.
neat. Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
kind of want to let the
So
tipple
nice.
escape and start floating up.
And that'd be cool. Yes.
Yeah.
This thing that we're learning.
I love
I
it.
tried to do that ramble around the outside. That was a disaster.
Okay. Ramble is not easy, and I didn't teach it very well. So you may want to look at the step out in the videos because they might do it better than me.
But I think when I get done, it's going to be a plainer border because this is just
A
so
lot.
filled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Anne Marie.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Look at that. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
That is great.
Good.
mhm.
Hey, hey, hi.
That is, I love that.
Oh, I went up to the church.
You guys, you did great. I think I hit everybody, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I did. Well, thank you for putting up with my
Thank
ugly,
you.
This was
with
fun.
my process
That's
as
good.
opposed to a beautiful product.
It's very adaptable.
It is, isn't it?
It's
It's
very
a,
adaptable.
yeah, it has a, yeah, that's what I thought too, is that you can do a million different things with it.
Yeah.
And there's still all the tangle. It's just a different way of doing it. I
Yeah.
thought it was fun. So that's
Yeah.
why I thought I'd share it. So,
Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you.
all right, gang.
Bye.
We'll see you
Bye.
next week.
Yep.
Thanks, Peggy. Thank
See you
you.
next week.
Everybody be safe.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
be safe.
Be safe.
And
Yeah.
stay warm.
And let's pray that electricity doesn't go out.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, please.
Trying to figure out which room we should go in and cuddle together. That would be the warmest.
Yeah,
Well,
I
cuddling together
understand.
is important.
Yeah.
Yes, the cuddling part is the only way you make it, right? I hear you. Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.